Hey folks, let's take a look at lesson 11-4b, finding slope. Slope is sometimes called the rate of change. It's the exact same thing. And that's what we learned previously was called step, right? That was my made up name for it. But it can also just be called m, okay? Now, if it's handwritten, a lot of times we use a cursive M instead of just a regular lowercase m. That's more old school. With things going more digital, you'll see just the regular print M to represent slope or rate of change. It's the same thing. And step, all four things that you see there in yellow, they're the exact same thing. And so when we look at this right here and it says M, I need you to think of it as slope or the rate of change or step. That's what that M is representing. And we already know that it should be the change of y over the change in x. And so if we said the change of y is on your vertical axis, is going up and down, we're talking about how the number rises. This is just like a little memory tool trying to help you remember that y change goes on top and x change goes on bottom. It would be rise over run. So this is just some layouts of reminding you how we found the step numbers. Change of y over change of x. Now let's go take a look at the differences between positive slopes, or positive steps, positive rate of changes, right? And negative slopes. Well, if we have a positive slope, the thing is that it's going to be going up to the right. So looking at this red line, not the axes, right? There's the y-axis and x-axis. This line is going up to the right, okay? And we read this graph very much like we would English. Look how we read this sentence, lines with a positive slope. We went from left to right. So when you look at this graph, I want you to look at it from left to right. And if it's going up to the right, it's a positive slope. If we're looking at this negative slope, and there's a typo right there, it said go up, scratch that out and put down the word down. When we read this graph, it should still be read left to right. But if that line is going down to the right, see, look, my pen right here, if it's going down to the right, then any line doing that would be considered a negative. It would have a negative slope on it. So let's put an example in. And there you have it. You see, yeah, it is going up to the left, and this one is going down to the left, but we're wanting to look at how the line is going to the right. So we start on the left, and how's this line going? Well, to the right, it's going down. That would be a negative. To this one, we're starting at the left, and that line is going up to the right. So that would be a positive slope.